A very special SMTV that you cannot miss tomorrow.
But why is Neil throwing a wobbler? Find out now in Art Attack.
Here he is.
This is an art attack. This is an art attack. This is Art Attack. Hello there, good to see you again. Hey, do you ever get really angry? You know, you really want to blow your top, push someone around, get your own back, throw a wobbler. Well, so do I. And here he is, a wobbler. Look at that, and you really can push him round. And the good thing is, he stands back up again. He never lies down. Want to make one? Come and have a look at this then. Now, to make your wobbler, take a balloon and blow it up as big as you want. Nice big balloon. Then put it into a bowl so that it stands upright and mix some PVA glue in equal parts with water and slosh it onto your balloon. Then tear up small pieces of newspaper and stick them onto your balloon and paste over them again, like this. And the idea is to do almost up to the neck. Not all the way, but almost up to the neck. And if you cover your balloon like this in 4 layers of papier-mâché and leave it to dry, and when it's dry, you'll have something that looks like this. Look at that. It's gone rock hard, and with 4 layers, it'll be nice and solid. And now, the good bit, the scary bit, actually. Take your scissors and pop the balloon. 3, 2, 1. I hate doing that. And then just shake it out and just trim the top there. You need to make it big enough to get your hand in and just get rid of all those sharp edges. And then, when you've done that, and it's nicely trimmed, roll a lump of soft modelling clay into a ball and just drop it into the base of the balloon for a weight. Then carefully get your hand in and squash the clay down so that it sticks firmly into place, and you can put a dab of glue in there if you want to. Then it's just a case of testing your wobbler to make sure that it wobbles properly and stands up every time. Look at that. Perfect. Now you can get on with giving him his personality. So start by adding some features. Start off with the nose. The idea is to take some newspaper and mould it into a sort of comic nose shape. And when you're happy with the shape, put lots of sticky tape around it and then tape it onto your wobbler's face. I'm just going to put a piece of tape across there to keep it in place. You can put lots of tape on. Then you need to give him some arms. So cut out 2 little arm shapes like that out of cereal box card, and again tape them onto your wobbler. Put those on the side there, 1 there and 1 there, like that. And when you've taped them, you can just bend them out into shape. For the hair, you need twists of newspaper, and you just need to twist them into long twisty shapes so that they look like just bits of tufty cartoon hair. And you need to make about 10 of those, and the idea is to stick your strands of hair to the opening of your balloon. Again, it's best to tape them 1 or 2 at a time, and just get a bit of tape on that again to keep that in place to show you. And when you've done that and put lots of tape on it, you can bend those strands of hair over like that. And when you've taped them all securely, you'll have a wobbler with hair. Look at that. Now for the cap, take some cereal box card and just cut it into a peak or a rim for a hat, but make sure that this bit round here is roughly the same size as the opening of the balloon, and just tape that into place. You can put it on the back if you like, make him really trendy. And then screw up a ball of newspaper about fist size and tape it to the top opening of the balloon. And this will do 2 things. It'll seal the wobbler, and it'll also finish off his hat. And tape there, and tape there. And again, you can put loads more on. So there you have your basic wobbler. And now it's time to make him tough. So to do that, cover the hat, the nose and the top of the arms where they join with the body in another layer of papier-mâché. Use your PVA and water mixture and torn bits of newspaper again to do this. Now, it'll seal all the joints, and when you've left them to dry, it'll be really tough, and you'll have something that looks like this. And now you need to design your wobbler. So I'm just going to use a marker to draw on his eyes and make him really fun and cartoony. There's funny eyes there and there. I'm just going to put on a silly smile across there like that. It doesn't have to be neat at this stage because you're now going to paint him. And when you've painted him and put in all the extra little bits, you'll have something that looks like that. Look at that. See what I've done here? I've given him ginger hair. I've put fancy trousers on with stars on them. I've painted the end of his nose red. And extra little bits of detail there with permanent marker. And it's best if you use acrylic paint so that he's nice and robust and tough. And if you haven't got any acrylic, just use the old trick. Poster paint mixed with PVA. Good, isn't he? So, OK, let's put him to the test. There we go. Quick wobble. Absolutely perfect. And there are lots of other wobblers you could throw. What about this ballerina, complete with cardboard tutu, or even a hippie rock star with a cardboard guitar and woolly hair? Give them a throw, and they wobble. Try it yourself. Throw a wobbler.
Hello! Yes, it's me again, the head. Now, if you want to throw a wobbler, cover a balloon in 3 to 4 layers of papier-mâché, almost up to the neck. When it's dry, carefully pop the balloon and trim the edges. Then, press a lump of soft modelling clay into the base. Add a scrap newspaper nose, some card arms and twisted newspaper hair. Next, stick on a cap made out of card and more newspaper. Then cover the cap, nose and tops of the arms with papier-mâché. When dry, paint in lots of bright colours and then you can throw a real wobbler without upsetting anyone. Oh, fantastic! And if you want more details about making a wobbler, just check out the Art Attack website at www.citv.co.uk. Oh.
I know. There we go. See if you can guess what this big Art Attack is. OK, time for a bit of fun. Let me reintroduce you to someone. Remember him? Freaky Frog, the cartoon character we created in the last Art Attack by experimenting with lots of different facial features like eyes, noses, mouths and even bodies, and all done by mixing and matching using tracing paper. See that? There he is, the original character. So, OK, you've got your own character, but you know, you can easily create a whole gang of different characters just by using the same features but changing them a bit. Now, this is where this stuff comes in, tracing paper. So place it over your original character, and if we want to create a girl version of him, then just trace the features. But if you're going to do a girl, make the features just slightly smaller this time. So use the original, but just make them slightly more delicate, like that. And here's a trick a lot of animators use. If you're going to do a girl character, give her great big floppy eyelashes. You look at cartoons, next time you see a girl character, I'll bet you she's got big eyelashes. And you could even give her some lipstick or big juicy lips like that. And look at this, there he is, and now there she is. And all from the same character, just using tracing paper. So, OK, to create a younger character, again, use your original as a starting point, and this time I'm just going to do the eyes the same. So I'm just tracing the features again. And this is great fun to do this, because you can just keep experimenting with lots of different features. This time, make the features slightly more rounded. If you want them younger, just rounded features around the jowls there, like this. And put in some cheeky freckles. And to make him even more cheeky, as about a baseball cap, just in the background like that, give him a bit of mischief. And there he is, this time, a lot younger. There's the original, there's the young one. Now, to create, let's say, a big dopey one, how's about some dreamy, droopy eyes? And that's easy. Just do the eyes as normal, but bring the eyelids down over the pupils, and now they look very dozy and droopy. And put the rest of the features in, but this time, to make them look even more dopey, I'm going to give them a big bottom lip. See that big droopy bottom lip? Looks mad, doesn't it? Well, that's all right, because it is a cartoon. And I'm going to give him a big toady body around the back, just to add to the effect. I'm putting his back legs with some webbed feet. And the reason I'm doing the body on this is that sort of big squodgy body all adds to the dopey effect. And there you've got your original, and now you've got a big dopey one. And you know, you can do as many of them as you like, colour them in, but make them all slightly different from each other with different personalities. There's the girl, you could even give them different names. There's the young one with his freckles, the big dopey one. I've even added in a dirty, smelly one. We could call him Stinker. And they were all done from the original Freaky Frog that we created last time. Brilliant. Try it yourself. Great fun to do. Bit of tracing paper and create your own cartoon characters.
Oh, brilliant! Creating a groovy gang of crazy cartoon characters. Hey, I tried to do a gang for myself just now. But I haven't got any friends. Oh.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I do like doing this, you know. Looking inside my Art Attack scrapbook. And you know what? I always find some fantastic ideas in here. And they're always yours. Take a look at this. Lauren's palm tree is made up of coloured paper segments and then mounted on another coloured background. Very postery. And Sophie's printed yellow and blue flowers onto purple sugar paper to give a repeat pattern effect. David's glued tissue onto paper to give lots of texture, and then to finish it off, he's added paint and pastel. And I love this abstract picture of musical instruments all coloured in completely the wrong colours. Here's a great idea for a picture frame. Jessica's made a sort of tile from clay and then added a photo. And Katie has really captured the moment with this dramatic tornado picture. Now, Jessamie's great fabric painting was not as difficult to create as it looks. So, Jessamie, tell us your secret.
I drew a flower design on material first. I then squeezed flour and water paste over the lines. Next, I painted it with fabric paints, and when the flour dried, I picked it off.
Yes, great art attack. Hey, here's a good way to do a kind of batik picture. Take a look at this. Just draw a simple design in pencil onto some white paper. Then you need to copy or trace this onto another piece of paper using white wax crayon or a candle, and you'll have something that looks like this. Now, I know you can't see it, but believe me, it really is there. White wax crayon on white paper. Now, make sure you press quite hard when you do this. Trace the whole picture. Then you need to brush over the whole thing with some water. I'm just going to pour it on there. Just cover the whole of your picture with water. And again, there really is a picture under there, don't worry. You'll see it in a minute. Just cover the whole thing like that. Then, the good messy bit. Take your brush and just load it up with coloured ink. Now, the idea is to drip the ink onto the water on your picture, and just watch what happens. Look at this. Look at that. It just spreads by itself, and the wax lines will resist the ink, and then slowly underneath a picture will emerge. See that? Look at that. Great effect, isn't it? I love doing this. I love it when the art just creates itself. Look at that. I'm not having to do anything. Just flick it on there like that. And if the water on the paper does dry out, you can always blob on some more. And you can use another coloured ink if you want to. I think I'll use this yellow just to give it a bit of sparkle. But don't use any more than 2, otherwise you'll end up with a real mess. Look at that again, just flicking it on, and see the way it mixes in with the first colour, and yet the wax resists. And you could use watercolour paint for this if you haven't got inks. And cover all the paper in the same way, just watching your wax design emerge. And when you've done that, just leave it to one side to dry. And when it's dried, you'll have something that looks like this. You have the bold ink colours all mixed in with each other, creating a wax batik design, just showing through like this. Look at that. And this picture looks really good if you tear around the edges of the paper to give it a raggedy edge. Then crinkle the whole thing up. Don't worry, I haven't gone mad on this. And then just open it out again so that it's nice and crinkly and wavy. Then put a couple of dabs of glue on the back of your picture, on there, and then just mount it onto a bigger piece of coloured card to frame it. Look at that, I'll just pop it in there, press it down, and there you have a fantastic batik effect picture. And you can do any design you like. How about a simple wild animal? Or maybe even a traditional figure? Good, isn't it? Try it yourself. Draw a wax picture, wet it, drop some ink onto it, and create your own batik effect picture. And for more details on this and the other art attacks in the show, check out our fact sheets on the Art Attack website at www.citv.co.uk. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ra!
Cheers, Neil, and he'll be back soon with more Art Attack.
I've got a quick email here from Lauren that says, hello, I watch you every day. I like Art Attack the best. Cheers, Lauren.
Yep, it's a very cool show, just like this one.